Hey guys, I'm back with another episode of Scrap Clicker, and I kind of lied. At first, I said the next video was going to be made at 75 stars, and I never really did that. I decided that really wouldn't be enough content, but I will just explain what the Scrapyard V3 does real quick. So basically, you you use your steel beams, and you can get more steel beams by tree upgrades, right? And But yeah, as you can say, I also hit 100 stars, but just a minute ago, which is awesome. But you you use your steel beams, and you can get more through upgrades in the upgrade tree, and you deposit them in here. Works just like the Scrapyard V2, and it gives a boost to any possible way you could earn magnets. So that's including scrapping, barrels. That means levels. That means mega magnets, everything, storms. It's awesome, but it doesn't give a huge boost. You have to deposit a lot of steel beams. Now, anyway, back to the main point of this video. I've been helping my friends play Scrap Clicker, and I've noticed that they keep encountering a bunch of problems. Like, for example, I'm not saying I didn't, because I definitely did encounter a bunch of problems, but for example, they don't know how to progress and gain golden scrap quickly and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to try to do my best to explain how to get your first star all the way up to 100th star. And hopefully you guys would hopefully you guys can find this pretty useful. So you start off with your first star, right? Or well, actually with no stars. And the most useful upgrades that you're going to want to upgrade is probably faster level up, more magnets, or no, well, more magnets, not really. Faster level up, more golden scrap, and better boost with magnet upgrades. And you're going to want to focus on what when you're first starting off, faster barrels, better barrels 2, and double barrels. Now, after 10 stars, you're not going to really want to focus on better barrels 2. Oh, I don't know what this is. Okay, that's weird. That's nice, I guess, but I've never gotten that before. Weird. So, you're going to want to focus on faster barrels, better barrels, double barrel, and better barrels 2, and better storms a bit later. Now, why you want to focus on these is faster barrels is going to help you get barrels quicker, and you could use, faster barrels times 10 times faster for 10 minutes. And then better barrels just spawns a higher tier, which is going to get you more scrap. Double barrel is going to spawn 2 barrels at once, which is pretty useful at the start. Better barrels 2 gives you a chance to spawn a higher tier barrel, which can help you get more scrap. So right now, or before your first star and up to your 10th, you're really going to want to focus on getting a lot of golden scrap. And the best way to do that is get as much scrap as possible. So, I'd say it's kind of repetitive going from the first, second, third, fourth. You just need to make sure that you keep up with your magnet upgrades. So faster level up gives you, it literally helps you level up faster. More magnets, it'll plus 2% chance get a magnet when a barrel spawns. That's not really super useful, to be honest, but earn golden scrap 5% easier. That's really useful when you first start off because you'll get golden scrap a lot quicker instead of having to get a higher amount of scrap to get that same amount of golden scrap. Better boost is really useful because it gives you a huge boost from golden scrap. So right now I maxed mine, so that means my boost is 51%, which is kind of weird. Since I have 2.3 billion golden scrap, that means my boost is 120 billion%. And I really don't know if it stacks if it stacks on top of your stars or your stars stack on top of your percentage boost, or they're just completely separate things that boost you, your scrap specifically. But you're going to want to earn a lot of golden scrap and a decent amount of magnets so you can keep up with magnet upgrades and get a lot of scrap as well. Now, once you hit the 4th star, you're going to unlock something called the scrapyard. I think it's 4th or 5th. And when you unlock the scrapyard, basically you'll get scrapyard V1 or just scrapyard. And what this does is you deposit money into here, and it reduces the star cost. Now, I don't have enough money to give an example of this or scrap, but earlier this cost a good 41,000, and I managed to bring it down to 4,000, and I managed to bring it down to 3,955, and so yeah, that's pretty useful. Like that's definitely a huge boost. But once you after that, your main goal is to basically just I wouldn't say try speed merging now that I think about it, because it's better to do that after 10 stars. Honestly, I'd say use this ad event and merge as much as you can and get. So I'd say 1 to 10 stars, you're really going to want to get the highest barrel possible. Now, I've noticed with my friends that they seem to restart. Let's say, for example, my friend Tyler. He was trying to get to his 5th star last night, and he waited till he got 1,300 for each reset. Now you golden scrap. Now you can do that, but it's going to take a lot longer. I suggest set a time limit 5 to 10 minutes for each reset. So see how much golden scrap you could get every 5 minutes. Reset and do that repetitively, because you're gonna spend a lot more time trying to get the next star, waiting for a bunch of golden scrap rather than collecting a smaller amount in a shorter amount of time. So once you hit your 10th star, I'd say your 1st to 10th star is kind of a breeze. As long as you focus on those different aspects of the game, which is pretty simple, you should catch up pretty quickly, or get pretty quickly 10 stars. I cannot speak English today. So once you hit 10 stars, you're gonna get this upgrade stars tab. And what this does is now, instead of getting more stars, you're gonna start upgrading your stars individually. So you're gonna notice that you need golden scrap like usual, and you also need to start spinning magnets. Now there's different points and times when you're upgrading your stars where it takes a while to upgrade them, and sometimes you can do 5 stars in a good 30-40 minutes because of how easily, how much magnets you're generating and how quickly you're getting magnets, and the amount I can't speak, sorry, the star cost and how quickly you're getting magnets. So it really depends, and you also should choose your upgrades correctly. Let's say, okay, I'm not there yet. So, you're also going to find star fragments. So you get star fragments by double clicking this. Now, you can start scrapping barrels at 10 stars, because I have seen a few people watch my videos or other people's videos and get confused on how you would get this screen to pop up. You can only get this after you reach 10 stars, because star fragments, you're really only going to need them for stars and the upgrade tree, which we'll get to later. So, yeah. So from there on, I think I forgot how much each star costs after the next. So I remember reading an article. You might have to double check this or looking at the official scrap website, but I think goes up 500 magnets from the start, and you can reduce this with the Scrapyard V2, which you'll unlock at 10.5 stars, or basically upgrading half of your stars. And so, you can use the Scrapyard V2, and then, honestly, I'm trying to find where to start off here. So use Scrapyard V2, and also you're going to need to probably start using a technique called speed merging. Now I do have a few examples of this, but I might as well give you guys a good example because you're going to basically use this from now on. It isn't use it from this star to this star. It's you keep using it until thousands of stars, and if there's some kind of upgrade that they add in the future eventually where you could get millions or something, you're definitely going to want to keep using this. Okay, I will give an example now. Okay, so this is my technique in speed merging. It's kind of simple, and I know there's more advanced, more efficient ways of speed merging, like copy can't paste, and a few other people have found a lot better ways, like compression methods and all that. But basically, you start off with a blank space, and instead of focusing on one barrel individually, focus on a row. So, for example, let's say this top row up here. So I'm going to drag the second row, just combine it with the top row, and I'm going to keep doing this. And then once I hit this where I can't merge anymore, you can do this however you want. You can drag you could do like weird different things. Like, for example, if I were to drag this bottom row to the top row of Happy Juice barrels, then I can kind of organize it a bit better, if that makes sense. But so once you get it to where you can't really drag any more rows, that's where scrapping, you can't combine any more rows because you pretty much have like all different rows on different areas. I am doing a horrible job at trying to explain this, but I hope visually this is helping. So, for example, once you hit this, like, you can't merge any rows with any other rows because they're all different barrels. Just what I do is I get the top two rows, I combine them all, and then I scrap those two barrels. And then I do this continuously. And that's how I speed merge, and I get a ton of magnets from doing that. So, yeah. That's my speed merging technique. But back to what I was explaining, or what I was saying earlier, you're going to want to use your Scrapyard V2 to reduce the star cost. And then you're going to want to speed merge a lot to get a lot of magnets. And why speed merging is the most efficient method is if you look at my magnets now, ignoring the level up I'm about to get, if you look at my magnets now, I'm kind of gaining a decent amount from merging, or speed merging. And also, this is a really great way to level up quickly. And that's one of the main reasons why you're going to want to get. That's the main reason why you're going to want to speed merge. I mean, you could auto merge too, but that's not really as efficient because it took me forever to get to 40 stars without speed merging. And it took me like a good, not even like 3 weeks just to get from 50 to, or 40 to 100 stars. Now, let's say you keep getting your stars, you use these tactics, and you hit 15 stars. Now, at 15 stars, you unlock a new currency called bricks, and bricks are really useful. So the nice thing about this is you can gain bricks in multiple ways. So at first, you start just earning them one brick, I think, every few seconds or so, and you eventually you get bricks and you earn one every few seconds or so, and you could also use these bricks to spend on different upgrades. Now, you can produce your brick production either by reaching a specific level, upgrading and multiplying it by 2, reaching a new star, multiplying it by 4, or later on getting a times 32 times faster upgrade, which costs 2 rooms. But why you want to get bricks is because they give you more star fragments, so you could keep up with getting your stars. You could also get more magnets during magnet storms, which is why I have 7 and 14, depending on what I get on each magnet during the magnet storm. Cheaper scrapyard, which will help reduce star cost. More magnets too, which gives you 2% more magnets from level ups, which gets useful over time. More scrap, which is kind of useful, not one of the most useful upgrades. More magnets 3, which is not really useful, not gonna lie. And then earn bricks. So more bricks isn't really useful, and that's because oh yeah. During your first 2 second star, you could also, while you're getting more barrels, unlock these times 2 times 4 golden scrap, and the max is times 1024. But when you hit bricks, you can start earning like times 4 times 32, and that is much more than just getting a 1.25 boost. Like getting times 32 times 756, that's definitely a bigger boost than wasting your bricks on this. And honestly, I was kind of a hypocrite. I upgrade this without really noticing, because I just see any brick upgrade and I spend my bricks on it, which is not something you should do. But yeah, every 6 barrels you can unlock a higher multiplier for your brick production. So like 2048, 16,000, 128,000, 1 million, 8 million, 64 million, and so on and so forth. And that's another reason why you're going to want to get higher barrels as well. So now that bricks are out of the way, they are really useful for getting a lot of magnets. And even though you get bricks, it's not really anything major enough to change your strategy, like speed merging, for example. So it's a good idea to just keep speed merging and using the tips I've said before until you reach about 30,000 stars. Now, not 30,000 stars, jeez, 30 stars, sorry. And once you hit 30 stars, you unlock team challenges, which is here, and they give you, I think, what is it? I don't know what these are called. I completely forgot. They give you basically points, right? And you can use these points, and depending on the size of your team and the amount of challenges you can do, they give you something called ad tokens, I think, or just tokens or something like that. And what you could do is choose a specific type of ad you want to use. Now, these are pretty useful, and you also unlock global challenge. Now, the global challenge is a giant merging challenge, basically. I think that's at 30. That might be at 40, though. But what this does is everyone else is merging, which is getting your global progress bar. For example, for me, it's 10 million. And then you also have to do your part. So, depending on how much everyone merges globally, your merge count will multiply whatever everyone got globally. So, let's say I hit 10 million, I would get 5 merge tokens. And then these are the multipliers for your individual merges to multiply your ad or merge tokens. And merge tokens are amazing because you can merge 2 different ads together. Though you don't get too many merge tokens. So from there on, you keep speed merging like usual, and you hit the 40th star. Now, the 40th star is where things kind of start changing. You're still going to speed merge, because obviously I'm still speed merging and it got me pretty far. Or far in my eyes, anyways. There's people with thousands of stars, but what you're going to want to do is, or not what you're going to want to do, you unlock steel beams. And what steel beams do is they don't give you any multipliers, but you use them as a currency to unlock upgrades in the upgrade tree thing. So this is the upgrade tree, and now what this does is, for example, the first upgrade can spend some star fragments to double your golden scrap production. So it'll multiply the amount of golden scrap you'll get for each reset by 2. So if you were, I think it was 7 million when you reset with times 1024, it'll bump that up to like 14 million. And then you could upgrade that again and get 27 million, and then 50, and so on and so forth. But there's so many upgrades that you can get to double your golden scrap production. You also get passive magnet income, so earn bricks times 32 times faster. So really what this does is steel beams. You also can spend star fragments and golden scrap and magnets in here as well. And then wrenches, which I just started earning. I haven't really focused on them that much. But you can use these to basically get small upgrades. And yeah, they're pretty useful in the long run, but they're not going to change your strategy on earning magnets and all that. Oh, and a nice thing is while you're speed merging, once you get this mega magnet upgrade at 50 stars, it'll boost, or you'll start getting mega magnets from speed merging, and that's a decent way to earn some magnets. But so you don't really start. I'd say the next big thing is at 75 stars. That's a huge jump, but from 40, I'd say get to 50 so you can unlock mega magnets, and then you can, from 50, you can start getting the mega magnet upgrades, spending steel beams, and then also doubling your golden scrap production, which will be useful for stars. And I think there's one upgrade that I got recently that doubled my star fragment production, which is cool. So, at 50 stars, unlock the mega magnet. I don't think there's really anything noteworthy at 60. At 75, you unlock the scrapyard V3. Now, I did already explain this, but you spend your steel beams to give yourself a magnet boost. And this magnet boost is okay. It's not super awesome or anything, but it's nice, especially for level ups though. And at 75 stars, it's kind of a grind from there on, to be honest. All you gotta do is spend some time, put as much effort as you can to getting to 100. Because from there on, it's really just get to 100, and wrenches are gonna save you at 115 stars. So, yeah. So, I got wrenches real recently because I just hit, I think, 100 stars last night. But what they do is you earn them every merge. So, say I have 2093, and then I merged 3 times there. So I should have 2096. And at 105 stars, you can upgrade how many magnets you get every merge. So, well, okay. So before you would get a magnet per merge, but now every merge you get a magnet, and you boost how many magnets you get per merge. So the more you merge, you're getting magnets at like an accelerating level. You're getting magnets exponentially. Or, yeah, kind of. Sorry. But not really exponentially. You're just accumulating magnets at an accelerating rate. And so, I don't know the upgrades at 110, but at 115 you get Scrapyard V4, which boosts your brick production, spending wrenches on it. And that's kind of my guide, I guess, to Scrapyard V4. But really, me just giving a brief explanation of 1 to 100 stars. Now, if you want a more detailed, I have uploaded videos of me actually going through each of these steps, experiencing it, and experimenting with it. And I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is me just trying to help people out, and because I didn't want them to run into similar problems like I did, where I didn't even speed merge, and I got to steel beams without speed merging, and that took forever. So, good luck on getting to 100 stars, and maybe I'll upload another tutorial on how to get to 100 to 1000 if I ever hit 1000. See ya.